start by talking about an industry that has not just arrived, but has exploded into the scene. What do I mean by that? Now, this is an explosion of an industry that has happened world over, not just in India. So if I were to ask you today to name some of the largest segments or industries in India, what would you say? You would probably say cricket, or you would say Bollywood. But what if I told you that there is an industry that has overtaken film entertainment to become the fourth largest in India? It is gaming. Gaming tutorials, gaming reactions, games reviews, games developing, animation. The list is long on what all is happening in this sector world over. And sample this. India has about 450 million gamers with over 90 million paid-to-play gamers. Gaming appears to provide an income to more Indians than manufacturing and is only set to grow. Look at the amount of money involved here. In the past 3 years, the online gaming industry has grown at 28%, reaching 16,428 crores. That's just FY23. In fact, it's said by 28, it's set to rise to 33,243 crores. And that's just the report that has come from EY. And think about it. Why wouldn't it, right? There is a widespread smartphone penetration, improved internet connectivity, growing youth population, and the development of local gaming content. In fact, take a pause and look at the room around you. Even our parents these days are caught up playing solitaire and Candy Crush on their phone all the time. So much is the craze that even the Prime Minister acknowledged it. So we thought, let's sit down with some of India's top gamers in this case, and show you exactly how does it work, what's really going on over here. So let's welcome on the program now this morning Anshu Bisht. He goes by the name Gamer Fleet, and Mithilesh Patankar, Myth Pat as he is known as by people world over. Good morning, boys. I have a lot to learn in this segment, but Anshu, let me begin with you. You know, there was a time, and I'm still that generation, there was a time when we thought gaming was time pass. And now gaming is a full-time profession. I want to understand from you, when people ask you today on, Anshu, what do you do for a living? What's your response?
It's been around 7 years now that I've been that I've been a professional gamer now. तो मतलब काफी ज्यादा टाइम हो चुका है. It started working I think 5 years back and अभी तो काफी अच्छा चल रहा है. And honestly speaking, मेरे से मैं मतलब ऐसा बड़ा चढ़ा के नहीं बोलूंगा, बट ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग मेरे से पिछले 2 साल में आई डोंट थिंक सो किसी भी रिलेटिव ने या फिर किसी भी पर्सन ने पूछा नहीं है कि मेरा प्रोफेशन क्या है. मोस्टली पीपल नो मतलब कि मैं क्या करता हूँ एंड एवरीथिंग. तो मतलब बताने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है अब किसी को कि व्हाट आई डू.
I like how you've said relatives. That means it's not just the younger generation, even the older ones are acknowledging it. That's like a takeaway for me. Mithilesh, how did gaming start for you? Can you share some bits on how did you get into it? You're an engineer by profession.
I mean, I think I started like 6-7 years ago when, I used to be in college and I used to do mimicry. So I used to do a lot of Bollywood actors mimicry and I used to take part in this college competitions and all. And I always wanted to get into the entertainment industry, just that I didn't know how do I get into it. So I used to go for a lot of college fairs, etc. And then somehow I decided to upload this one video on YouTube in which, I combined like mimicry and I combined gaming, because gaming was booming a lot at that time. Everybody was playing PUBG and I was like, okay, if I have to play PUBG, I'm not good at the game. So what else can I do in PUBG? So I made a video in which I did Shah Rukh Khan's mimicry, but in PUBG. So I combined these two things and I think that was one of the first few videos which went viral, and that's how it all started.
Right. But Mithilesh, so you're not a typical gamer. You do a lot of gaming commentary and you do what is now being called as gaming entertainment. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yeah. So there are like a lot of different types of gamers in India. That's the best part. Like, for example, Gamer Fleet, he's really good at games and he plays games very nicely. But for example, me, I try to make games like in a more funny way. So there are different types of, there are pro gamers, there are streamers, there are I don't know. There are many types of gamers in India. So yeah, I have this.
Yeah.
I'm part of this world in which we do more of commentary, funny gameplay, and it's fine even if we are bad at the game. We just have to entertain the audience.
Fine, even if you're bad at the game, that's interesting. Anshu, how does it make hardcore gamers like you feel on how the industry is expanding? You can talk about gaming. So, this is like a gaming review. I was reading somewhere that people are now paid to just test out the apps as well.
No, no, no. I'm not a Puritan anyways. Matlab, the thing is, according to me, the entertainment industry, especially the gaming entertainment industry, is like open market. Like anyone who can entertain the audience has a place in it. Like for example, I do play Minecraft and other games very seriously. Like yes, I'm good at it like that, but at the same time I do funny stuff in the games as well. I try to make the like I try to make my audience laugh all the time. I try to make them see if they are watching my videos, so I hope they have a smile in their face at the end.
Hey, listen, that's the motto for TBC also. We also want people to have a smile on their face. So it's good to sort of indulge with both of you this morning. But Mithilesh, tell us, you feel gaming has got that sort of sport image now? There was a massive debate on whether it's a sport or not. You think now it's achieved that?
I mean, since the last 5 years, especially, I think gaming just started in India, especially, where it started through PUBG at that time. And then later, a lot of gamers like me, we came up who played like different types of games. And I think the industry has just started growing since the last 2, 3 years right now. And, the next 5 years, they say that this is going to be the biggest industry, not only in India, but in the world, which is crazy. Like, it's going to, like, I had read some statistics. It's going to cross like Bollywood, Hollywood, everything. Like gaming industry is going to cross that. So it's going to be insane. Like I'm very happy to be in this position where I have this subscriber base of 15 million gamers in India. So it's exciting
Wow.
for me for sure.
Yeah, but Mithilesh, help me understand, who are these subscribers? Who are the people who are listening to you, religiously following you? Like I said, your subscriber base is bigger than many celebs in the country right now.
They will be anyone who's between 10 to say 25. So anybody, like all the kids will know us, all even like 24, 25 years. So I have like a very different type of subscriber base because I have got audience because of gaming. Plus I've also got audience because like when I got married, like people started following us also after that and stuff like that. So I have like I think I my audience ranges from 10 to 25, something like that.
So this is game fluence, really. That's what I'm seeing over here. Anshu, coming to you, do you think gaming has really arrived and should be considered a sport? There are a lot of people who would say that if you're not doing a physical activity, how can it be a sport?
बहुत फनी चीज है बोलने की मतलब कुछ साल पहले जब हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया था 7 इयर्स अगो, तो मेरा तो मतलब फैमिली से इतना सपोर्ट नहीं था और मोस्टली किसी का भी नहीं होता क्योंकि हमारे पापा लोग उस एरा से हैं जहाँ पे फोन्स भी नहीं होते थे उनके टाइम पे, और हम लोग उनको बोलते थे कि हम कंप्यूटर पे गेम खेलते हुए, फोन पे गेम खेलते हुए विल मेक मनी। तो वो तो लाइक इम्पॉसिबल वाली ही चीज हो गई उनके लिए सोचना भी कि ऐसा हो सकता है। बट फनी है कि जैसे मेरे पापा, मैं जिस समय पे स्टार्ट किया था तो इवन दो मैंने अपना पूरा सब कुछ खुद से किया था, मैंने ट्यूशंस पढ़ाए थे, जॉब्स करी थी, तब जाके एक कंप्यूटर बनाया था सेकंड हैंड, सब कुछ किया। बट फिर भी मैं जिस समय गेम वेम खेलता था, पापा जब गुस्सा हो जाते थे, जैसे रात को, सीधी सी बात है, क्योंकि आप एक्साइटमेंट दिखाते हो वाइल प्लेइंग द गेम, आप चिल्लाते हो, आप खुश होते हो ताकि ऑडियंस को भी मजा आए। तो पापा लोगों की नींद खराब होती थी, फिर वो जाके पूरे घर की एमसीबी गिरा देते थे। तो इफ आई एम रिकॉर्डिंग समथिंग, मैं लाइव कर रहा हूँ, तो पापा जाके एमसीबी गिरा देते थे पूरी, और फिर सब कुछ बंद हो जाता था। तो उस टाइम से और अभी जब मतलब लाइक आई एम अर्निंग गुड, आई एम अर्निंग वेल, घर पे सब कुछ है, मैंने पापा की जॉब छुड़वा दी है, मतलब जॉब छुड़वा दी है मतलब कि मतलब पापा आपको अभी काम करने की जरूरत नहीं आएगी, सबके घर पे ऐसा रहेगा। तो मतलब वो चीज से वहां तक का उनको मतलब अंडरस्टैंड कराने में मेरे को लगे 7 साल लगे पूरे। बट एट द सेम टाइम अब वो चीज वो देखते हैं कि हाँ, उनको भी मतलब थोड़ा वो खुद भी इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं कि गेमिंग क्या है ये सब। और जैसे हम लोग पीएम सर से मिल के आए, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू मी तो वो तो बहुत ही बड़ा वैलिडेशन पॉइंट हो गया फॉर एवरीवन हु इज गेमिंग, हु इज अ गेमर और एस्पायरिंग टू बिकम वन। तो उनके लिए तो ऑलरेडी मतलब वो चीज सच हो गई कि हाँ, ये कुछ करा जा सकता है इस फील्ड में भी।
क्या बात है अंशु, आपकी तो काफ़ी आपकी लैंग्वेज में खतरनाक स्टोरी है। एमसीबी गिराने के बाद अब आप खुद ही अपने पिताजी के पूरे घर का भार अपने ऊपर आपने उठाया हुआ है। दिस इज़ क्वाइट इनक्रेडिबल। बट जब स्टार्ट कर रहे थे तब पेरेंट्स को क्या बताया कि कैसे परस्यू कर रहे हैं गेम?
जब मैं 20 का था, मैं भी मित्रट भाई जैसे ही अपना, मैं जस्ट एक्चुअली बैचलर्स में आया ही था, तो उस टाइम पे मैंने भी ऐसे ही स्टार्ट किया था। सो एनी वन कैन डू इट एट एनी टाइम, यू जस्ट हैव टू either be really good at the game so you can teach other people how to play, or either you have to be very entertaining so that people who are watching get entertained and basically आपको एक या तो पर्सनैलिटी या तो फिर बहुत ही गजब गेम प्ले पे जाना पड़ेगा। एंड टू द पीपल हु आर वाचिंग दिस, अगर आप ये देख रहे हो, मेरे को बहुत सारे बच्चे आके बोलते भी हैं कि भैया मेरे को भी आपके जैसा बनना है, या फिर मेरे को पेरेंट्स आके बोलते हैं कि ये दिन भर आपको देखते रहता है, बोलता है कि मैं भी ऐसा कुछ करूंगा। तो मैं उनको बस यही बोलना चाहूंगा कि मैंने खुद भी ऐसे ही किया था। जब जियो आया था स्टार्टिंग में, मैंने भी यूट्यूब देखना स्टार्ट किया था, तो मैं खुद भी ऐसे ही करता था कि मेरे को इंडिया में एक दो यूट्यूबर्स थे उस टाइम पे गेमिंग में, बाहर पे बहुत थे, बाहर तो क्रेजी चल रहा था उस टाइम से ही, अभी भी बहुत खतरनाक है। तो मैं उनको देखता था, मैं बोलता था कि मेरे को ऑनेस्टली पैसे वैसे से कोई मतलब नहीं था, मेरे को पता भी नहीं था कि यू कैन अर्न मनी इन दिस फील्ड एज वेल। मेरे को बस ऐसा लगता था कि लोग वाह यार, वो आते हैं कहीं तो हल्ला मचता है, उनको लोग देख के वाह वाही कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे को वैसा कुछ चाहिए था हमेशा से। तो मैंने भी वैसे ही स्टार्ट किया था। तो जो लोग भी अगर ऐसा देख रहे हैं, खास करके जो भी यंग ऑडियंस ये देख रही है, तो आप करो फॉर श्योर, बट अगर
Yeah,
आप
I think
हाँ।
we have seen like Anshu grow. Honestly, I've never said this anywhere online. Now that I think about it, I've seen Anshu grow because Anshu has become viral in front of our eyes. We have seen this one pro player in this game called Fall Guys, and we have
हाँ
seen him rise, literally like subscribers rise, and then we both becoming friends now, making videos together and stuff like that. It's a great journey, honestly, for Anshu.
हाँ, मितवेट भाई से भी मेरा ऐसी स्टार्टिंग तो
I'm really proud of him.
बेसिकली मतलब वही है कि जो भी देख रहे हैं, तो अगर आप लोग करना चाहते हो फॉर श्योर करो, गारंटीड गिव इट अ ट्राई। थोड़ा इसमें लक फैक्टर भी है विद द स्किल्स एज वेल, बट मैं इतना ही बोलूंगा कि अगर आप कर रहे हो तो डू इट लाइक अस, लाइक हाउ वी डिड।
या या सो अंशु की बहुत ही अच्छी एडवाइस के बाद कि अपनी पढ़ाई भी करते रहें और गेमिंग अगर परस्यू करना है तो करते रहें। बट अंशु की का लाइफ स्टोरी देखिए, उन्होंने ट्यूशन पढ़ाई सब करा, खुद अपने पैसे से पहला गेम जो कंप्यूटर था वो खरीदा और फिर उससे खेला, सो उससे भी थोड़ी इंस्पिरेशन ले। बट मिथिलेश, सिंस आई हैव बोथ ऑफ यू ओवर हियर, आई हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड how was the meeting with the Prime Minister? How did that happen? Who got in touch? Tell us a little bit about that.
It was honestly amazing, amazing experience because till it happened, we all decided, wait, we are not going to celebrate. Let it happen. Let him come in the room. Let him sit. Let him talk to us, and only then we are going to be like, oh my god, it actually happened. So yeah, it was a crazy experience. And when we got to know about it, we all were excited about it. We were just like nervous till the time he came in front of us. We were nervous, and even for the next 10 minutes, he was like sitting in front of us. We were introducing. We all were nervous, but once the introductions were done, I think it's just like he made us super comfortable and we had a great conversation. We played games with him also. So yeah.
Yeah, but Mithilesh, as I let you go, let me ask you another question. अंशु ने तो बहुत ही अच्छा जवाब दे दिया कि कैसे पढ़ाई भी करनी है, गेम्स भी करने हैं, परस्यू भी करना है. लेकिन if you had to make a comment to people who still don't take gaming very seriously, to those people, what would you say?
Yeah, I think right now, especially in India, we have got one of the greatest validations also when the Prime Minister himself has met all the gamers, and it's a very good validation that hey, the gaming is going to be taken very, very seriously in India. Like we discussed about game development as well. So like in gaming, there are so many career options. Not only a YouTuber, people are also game testers. By the way, if you don't know about this, so you can just like earn by testing games. You can play games and earn money. And you can also do like you can make videos on YouTube, you can also live stream yourself, or you can be part of a great game development company, game studio, and you know there are so many career options in gaming. So I would recommend, if you have any interest in entertainment, yeah, fair in gaming in general, then I think it's time to explore, especially if you are above the age of 20. If you are a 10-15 year old kid, please study, padhai karo.
That's a good advice. All right, Anshu and Mithilesh, thanks so much for joining us here on the Breakfast Club and giving us an insight into how it works in this industry. So many people are following you, and you clearly have a lot of high standards to meet over there. So good luck with everything that you guys are doing. So let's move on now and go from just understanding gaming to getting to the other not so nice aspect, which is about gambling, really. So there is a lot being said at the moment on not just the gaming industry booming, but the addiction involved with it, with online traps being made and people losing a lot of money, gambling, of course, being another source of addiction as well. So we thought let's try and understand what does the policy on this really say, what does the law say, and how do you really draw a line. Joining us now is Pooja Tikre. She's an advocate and somebody who's been watching out for this space quite closely. Hi Pooja, thanks for joining us here this morning. I want to start by understanding a very technical definition and what does the law say when it comes to gaming? How is gaming different from gambling? How is it really defined?
So I think gaming is essentially games that don't really involve preponderance of chance. Gambling, on the other hand, are games that involve preponderance of chance. So that's the element that really distinguishes gaming from gambling. It's very difficult to sort of give you a straitjacket definition of what would constitute a legal online game versus something that would be termed as gambling. You will need to look at the components and the structure and the revenue structure of every game to really give you a real assessment of whether that game constitutes a game of skill or whether it is in fact gambling.
I see. A game of skill or gambling, that's the difference really. But multiple platforms say that they use skills, but there is always an element of luck. There is always an element of we'll double your money, or an element of, okay, pay this much to unlock this thing. How is that defined under the law? Because it starts with something petty, but we all know by examples now on how addictive this can be for young and old alike.
Well, the regulation doesn't really provide for a very strict percentage that would allow you to measure the element of chance in a game. But several courts in India have assessed whether fantasy sports is in fact a game of skill and a game of chance, and they have held that fantasy sports are games of skill. So similarly, the jurisprudence in India with respect to online gaming and its legality, vis-a-vis whether it's a game of skill or constitutes gambling, is growing, every day. And there is now, in fact, a regulation that has come in which requires self-regulating bodies to be set up. Of course, those haven't been set up yet, but they will be. And those self-regulating bodies are going to be represented by experts in the field of gaming.
But self-regulation, how do you think this is going to work out in an ecosystem like this? Do you think we are ready to go there just yet?
Well, the gaming ecosystem is really, really large. In fact, I think India, in many ways, leads the online gaming industry in the world. And it's growing every day. Having said that, I think the rules as they stand today, and these rules the IT rules came to be amended, just for your information, early last year, and brought in, certain guidelines and regulations specifically for online gaming. And those rules provide for, self-regulating bodies that enable sort of oversight over online gaming players, but those self-regulating bodies are themselves also supervised by the ministry. So there is a limited amount of oversight that the ministry exercises or would exercise over self-regulating bodies. So it's not going to be, like an autocratic body that will sort of decide how gaming in India should work.
Sure, sure. All right, Pooja, we leave it there for now. This is a fascinating subject and a